Welcome, everyone. I'm really excited tonight to have Christine Elise here. I first met her years ago, well, not many years, but like in 2011, I think, at Baca. And she was resplendent in this beautiful white dress, and she did this wonderful performance. And I was blown away by her voice and just the way she performed on stage. And I had the good fortune of working with her on my song, wedding song for Sutton. Doug Hammer introduced this together, and she did such a beautiful job. It's one of my true most special pieces of music, one of my greatest moments. So I'm really very proud of that. So welcome, Christine. Good to have you here tonight.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. And
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. That was a super awesome moment in my life as well, working on
Oh,
that
it's
song
so
with
great.
you. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. So you
Thank
should
you.
be very proud of that.
So
Yeah.
let's get into some of your music, but before we do, I know that I just learned on your website that your grandfather was an opera singer. That's amazing. So I guess it's genetic. But tell me how you got into music and how, was your family all musical? Did they encourage you to be a musician? How did that work? Because that's something I always like to ask.
Well, as far as I can remember, I just loved singing that my
Hmm.
whole life. And I do know, before I could remember, my mother saying that she would take me to church and like the priest would stop, and listen to me singing as a even a baby, and
Really?
that's probably yeah. And then I guess I used to watch the cartoons back then had a lot of opera in them, like Tom and Jerry or something. I don't know. And
Yes. Yeah.
she said I would sit the top of my stairwell in the house and sing because then the sound would come back to me.
Ah,
So yeah, so I guess I have really been doing it as long as, way back when. And
wow.
yeah, I just it's always been my favorite thing to do.
It just
So
came natural to you. That's great.
yeah.
And so, how did you go about deciding that music's going to be a big part of your life? Was it just, did you have to think about it, or was it just an obvious thing?
Well, I always wanted it to be. I always thought it would be.
Mm.
But when it came down to, going to college, I got a lot of, well, even way before that, my mom really didn't want me to do it
Mm.
and really would tell me, you're too shy. You're never going to make any money. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to be competing with people who've been taking voice lessons since they were 4 years old, and
Hmm.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so there was a lot of that, and her father was a singer. So, anyways, I've had a lot of in and out of music a lot of my life, and
Mm.
I really didn't start going out and singing um, until I was in my 20s, like later
Hmm.
after I'd had my son, and he was about 4 years old.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it's a long story there, but
Well, we'll explore a little bit more of that as we go on. I'm fascinated by the fact that you say you're shy. Are you, in fact, a shy person?
I'm not at all anymore.
Not anymore. Good for
I
you.
mean, I definitely was when I was younger. I would be shy until I knew somebody. And then when I got to know somebody, everything comes out. So, but I'd
Yeah.
have to feel comfortable. So I was pretty shy when I was younger. Now I just talk to anybody and everybody, maybe a little too much.
Well, that's great.
People
It's
end
funny
up
because
telling me.
I interviewed a guy not too long ago, David Nevue, that does a lot of performances live, and he actually studied theater in college, but yet he's described himself as a shy person even
Mhm.
today, and he finds it
Yeah.
difficult to do the one-on-one chit-chat stuff. But when he's on stage, it's one-on-many. He's
Yes.
totally comfortable with that, which is a fascinating phenomenon. That I think some
I
people,
totally get that
yeah,
because I've done acting as well. And with music, I'll still get nervous because it still feels really personal, like it's really me. But if I can act and I can pretend I'm somebody else, it just takes away all that whole layer of fear, I guess, of
I
really
love that.
the
Well, let's do this
vulnerability.
first cover, which is called People. And you've been doing covers for a while, I imagine, because you've got a bunch of videos out there, and these are beautiful. We want to play the whole thing, but did you want to talk a little bit about this one, or should we could just play it?
I'll just, yeah, basic background is this was a couple of years after I first started going to open mics,
Uh-huh.
and they would have features. So this was one of the features I did, one of my
Excellent.
very first features.
All right.
Lovers are very special people. Well, they're the luckiest people in the
voice. Oh my God.
Has a
That's
lot of
really
reverb in it.
oh well, still you got this wonderful vibrato. It's just oh my God, just gorgeous.
Thank you.
Very nice. So the next one we have is let's see, this is When the Sun Comes Out. Now is this done around the same time frame or a little later? I know this is the place
A little later.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is
I
in
don't
Worcester,
know.
right? Uh, is that
No,
where Amazing Thing?
this is Amazing Things in Framingham.
Oh,
Uh,
Framingham, yeah.
yep. Where I used to do a lot of the open mics.
Wonderful. Okay,
Yeah,
so this
it's
is
a
you
great
singing
place.
When the Sun Comes Out. This is beautiful.
Let it rain, let it pour. It may not be long before there's a knocking at the door, and you know the one I want would be when the sun comes
Wow. I'm gonna let the others clap for you. This is great. Very nice.
That was a fun
Yeah. Now
show.
you said you had no training, but you must have had training since then, right? I imagine.
I've had, I had a little here and there. Like
Hmm.
when I was younger, I did not like singing anything close to classical whatsoever. I
Oh
wanted
wow.
just top 40 everything. But Whitney Houston was top 40, right?
Of
So
course, yeah.
I
No, top 40
I
has the same demands, I think, as any others. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I did not want to do the classical. I did it for a little bit because my mom did try to push me, said, well, if you're going to sing, come and learn,
Mm.
properly. And I just got really frustrated with
Yeah.
how they were telling me to sing. And I feel like what I did naturally just felt so much more
It
comfortable.
is what you're doing works. Yeah. If it works, do it.
So,
I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
so yeah, so I was in and out of it. Here
Yeah.
and there, I'd go back and then I did get more interested in more classical type of music. I did end up singing opera and stuff for a little
Oh,
while.
really?
So
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
But I only like the ballads. I like the arias. So
Yes.
everything else, some of them were fun too, the faster ones, but I was mainly
Yeah.
interested in that. And then I would do a recital and I would just have to stand there and, they'd kind of tell me I couldn't move too much or I just felt really uncomfortable.
Oh
So
my God. And by the way, your movements on stage are so natural. I don't know
thank you.
if you just do that without being coached or anything. That's wonderful. You just look it's great. That's wonderful. Now,
Thank you.
this is not a video, but I just discovered that if you stand way back from the screen, you can see your silhouette blur in the whole screen. I did not notice that until just, which is
You
great.
can see my lips there, yeah.
So this is actually the first, I think, piece that you composed and presented to the public. Is that true?
Yeah, so I had a lot of songs I started writing and never finished
Hmm.
throughout, when I was younger. So this is the very first song I completed and recorded. That was my own original. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's a big move. Yeah. Now, did you do this through Doug Hammer by any chance?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great find. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we go way
Yeah.
back.
Okay, great. Yeah. And did you meet him, by the way, through Baca?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
excellent. Okay, so this is Move On.
Hey, love, oh, I know this is tough, but I am here, and I hope that's enough.
Now this
Yeah.
is about a relationship that didn't work, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I actually wrote that song um, on that guitar. I originally was like,
Oh,
okay, I want to learn how to play guitar. And so I was strumming that guitar one night after I put my son to bed, and I was in the middle of my divorce and
hmm.
just, letting it out on the with the music, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and I just kind of wrote that more for myself, like
hmm,
a message to myself, like, to comfort myself, I guess.
yeah,
Almost like I always say it's almost like my higher self was comforting myself,
yeah, yeah.
and like we're gonna make it through, like this sucks, but it's gonna be okay. So um and then I hope it helps other people as well
Oh,
going
I'm
through tough
sure.
times.
I mean, I think that's one of the wonderful things about artists is that they deal with their own struggles through music and it helps other people. I know I personally had an incident where I had 9 people pass away in like 6 months, and this is before
Oh,
COVID, and it was
wow.
just horrendous. It was like, what the heck? And so I
Wow.
wrote a piece called, "To Friends and Family Pass," and it just helped me deal with it.
Great.
And I got in the recording studio with Doug. I did it in one take, and he said, "Wow, that was it just came out of me basically."
Yeah. Oh,
And
nice. Yeah.
there was one little thing where I played 2 notes together, and I said, "I want to keep that in there." Just like it had a little bit of a dissonance that I liked. So
Nice. Yeah.
yeah, but that was
Wonderful.
beautiful. I know it looks like it's part of the album "Take My Breath Away." Is that true? Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yeah, that album has like half covers and half originals. So yeah, 2017 that came out.
excellent. So this is not so. How many albums have you put out so far?
So officially that's the one album, and then I've done a bunch of singles, but then
Yes.
the
Yeah.
next album is November 1st of this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. I know the people don't do albums necessarily anymore. They just put out music as it happens, which is pretty cool actually.
Yeah,
So
they
that's
say,
wonderful.
that it's better to do that. Well, I mean, a lot of my songs from this album have been released already because that's how they say to do it now, because we're supposed
Mm,
to keep that algorithm going. And the more
yeah.
you post, the better, keep the momentum going. And a lot of it is just trying to get heard. You know?
Yes. So when is your album coming out?
Yeah, so officially November 1st, I will have everything out online. Um,
Hmm.
and there will be physical CDs. I wanted to do vinyl. Maybe eventually I'll do vinyl. A lot of
Oh,
people are
really?
doing
Wow.
that again.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I mean, it's just nice. Some people still want to have that physical copy, even if they
Hmm.
even don't use a CD player anymore, and they just want to have something to hold and to look
Yeah.
at. And
Yeah.
um, I do. So,
And you have an event coming up too, right? To
yes, yeah,
yes. Tell
yeah.
us about
So
that a little bit.
I'm very excited. It's been a very
Mm,
long time since I've really been out there. I've
mm,
done coffee shops and other little things,
right.
but this is the first time I'm doing, presenting a lot of my own stuff. So
Wonderful.
it's going to be on October 19th in Arlington, and
Hmm.
it's a gorgeous, beautiful room, just domed, high ceilings, beautiful windows, and it's all Italian Renaissance style
I
with
love it.
marble fireplace and wood carved,
Wow. What is that? What's that called?
so it's called the Reading Room at the Robbins Library in Arlington.
Oh,
So I grew up in Lexington, the next town over, and I had never been
never heard
there.
of it. Yeah.
Um, and I forget how I was fishing around. I was really trying to find something different, like a different
Wow.
kind of venue, and it was just perfect.
And
So
how do people find out about it? Do you have it on your website or?
that's a good point. I should probably put it on my
Yeah.
website.
Mm. Well,
Um,
we'll put it at the end
I
of this
have
too.
an event. It's on Eventbrite, so it's called the
Excellent.
Something Great album release concert. That's the name
Excellent.
of the album, is Something Great.
Oh, very good. Okay. So the next piece we're going to play is Time.
Hmm.
Let's talk about that.
So that song, it's kind of funny. I already love sad songs my whole life, ever since I was little. Love sad songs, and I was writing a lot of sad songs, partly because I was going through the divorce. But
Yeah.
and then I heard one day Sarah Bareilles saying how a couple had asked her to write a song for them for their wedding. And I thought, well, that's a nice thing to do. It's not a sad.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
write more happy stuff. So I decided I want to try that. So that's pretty much where time came from. Um, And, I think it's funny because they talk about the love languages and how we all have different love languages, and one of them is time and time
Mm,
spent together, and
mhm.
that's definitely very important to me. So, so that's part of it as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's listen to this.
Thanks.
Trust in me as I trust in you. What we do together will carry us through. Ooh, oh, my love, hold on to me. I hold on to you. Give me your heart, give me your mind, give me your all. I'll give you all of my time. That's all I ask. If you give me your future, I'll make every second last.
Beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
like the way you describe that, the language of time. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Hmm.
It's funny. I'll probably have to cut this out. My uncle, when I was 13, gave me a book called Man in Time by J.B. Priestley. And the thing is this thick. And I was a
Oh.
13-year-old. I never read it. And I just came across it last year in the attic. And I read it. It was a monster to read, but it was really quite fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, okay, so let's see. The next one we wanted to talk about is Ain't No Sunshine. This is a beautiful cover, uh,
Thanks.
but it's also, you did a wonderful job with it. How did you go about making the video on this?
So the video itself, it's funny, it definitely evolved over time. I was doing that towards the end of the pandemic, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do some interesting dance video, and I'm just gonna be myself, and I'll do black and white or something. But
Yeah,
then I was like, maybe I could use a few more dance moves. So I started looking for a choreographer, and I ended up finding this fabulous, fabulous guy named Pat Planet, and
really.
he does dance classes in Cambridge at the dance complex. And we started talking about it. He was, just he's very creative, and I just vibed really well with him. And he's like, "Oh, do you want some background dancers?" And I'm like, "Okay." So
Yes, I
it
do.
just
Absolutely, I do.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is getting really cool. So I had so much fun. I love dancing, and I
Oh,
didn't realize how much I missed it. And, I'm still wanting to go back and do more Latin dancing and everything. So,
yeah.
anyways, it was a blast. The shoot itself was a disaster in many ways, but
Oh
it
no.
all came out at the end.
Well, you can't tell that, but did it end up getting on things like MTV or anything like that?
Oh, no, no,
No,
no.
no. I mean, it's wonderful. It's a great video. Well, we're gonna play about half of it. This is wonderful. So
Thanks.
this is yeah.
Fun. So much fun.
His last name is Planet. That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's at least his stage name, I think,
Yeah, it probably was Planetowski or something like that or whatever. But
Yeah. He
anyway,
actually dances. with the Boston Celtics now. So he's really, really
Okay.
good.
Wow. Wow.
But
I know, 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 I know. Oh, to leave that man alone, there ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. When this house just ain't no. Anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away.
yeah, so I did that with Doug Hammer as well. And I have to say, you know, I originally came in there with Evan Goodrow, who's playing the guitar. He's fabulous and a
Mm,
fabulous artist in his own
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But it was Doug's idea, like, what do you think about putting some saxophone on this? And I never would have thought of that. Oh my God, you
Mm,
know, and I'm like, sax with guitar, like how's that gonna work? And it just came out really cool. So he's
beautiful.
full of great ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this next one is called Circles, the official Circles track. Do you want to give us a little background on that one?
Yeah, that one, let's see. I wrote that again, well, recorded that one over the pandemic completely remotely with EJ Ouellette, and ended up becoming my first Americana track. Um,
Mm,
and yeah, the thought behind it is just, you know, I was having a really hard time after my divorce, like trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do with my life and how to get back on track. Where am I going? And I just found that I'd just be going around in circles, like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then, you know, that's not working. Oh, I'm going to try this, and then, you know, I just didn't know what the heck I was doing, so I felt really lost and like I was just going in circles. So
do we
that's
ever know what we're doing?
you
I
know.
think I think half the thing is just feeling like you do know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's wonderful. So let's watch this. This is a beautiful video.
Thanks.
But just maybe through the melody, I can figure it out. Gotta hope someday soon it'll work itself out. Oh, all I know is I'm running in circles, neither here nor there, neither here nor there. Living in limbo's a no man's land. I just can't bear. I know I'm running in circles. Going on. I know I'm running in circles. All I know, no, 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 circles. All I know, I'm running in circles. All I know, I'm running in circles.
I love that imagery at the end where you're in three places at once.
Yeah, my son did that. My son edited that video. He did an
Oh,
awesome job.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
he
nicely
did that
done.
one and the I Got Love for You video too.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
was
pretty.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very nice. Um, I wanted to ask you, where is that place that you found where you filmed that? Where is that?
So that whole video is various places around the Newburyport area, like Plum Island.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm just really lucky to have this beautiful areas. There's Maudsley Park in that. There's Plum Island. I even have some images where I'm going past the Pink House, the famous Pink House, which is sadly maybe going to be demolished soon.
Oh
So
no.
I'm glad I got that in there.
Yeah.
The actual piano and when I'm playing inside a house was actually in my mother's house and her piano.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
yeah. We're gonna play I Got Love for You. Let's talk about that. Tell me a little bit about that one.
That was just a fun song. I don't know that I don't really remember how I came out with that one, came up with it. It just came to me. Sometimes a lot of songs just come to me. Um, and I just went with it, you know, it was just really fun. And the video again was also done over the pandemic. That's why I'm basically by myself in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
And you're on a
Mariah,
ranch. It's a whole different kind of thing there. So a little more Americana, I guess. That's great.
yeah, yeah. Some people said, "Oh, it's a little honky tonk." I was okay, whatever. It just was fun. It
So
was
there was no particular guy in mind when you did this. It was more of a like,
no,
yeah,
no. It was just I don't know where it came from,
yeah.
honestly. You
All
know,
right.
some of these it just came to me years ago, and then I revisited them, and then finally recorded them. So
Yeah. Excellent.
just a good feel good song.
Yeah. So we're gonna play some of this, probably
Like
not all of it,
obviously.
but yeah. There we go.
And you know it's true that there's nothing I can do but give it all to you. Every bit of it, the nitty gritty of it. Boy, you know when there's a fire, can't control it. So take it and make it your own. Ooh, I got this feeling, and it's a good thing. It's so good you'll wanna sink your teeth in. So come on, bring it in. Don't keep me waiting. There's no need for all your silly hesitating. So take it and make it your own. So take it and make it your own. Come on, what you waiting for? I got everything you're looking for. Sassy, spicy, smooth, and oh so sweet. I've got every little thing that you need. So don't be so shy when you walk on by. Spread your wings and see just how far we can fly. There's no limit, don't bother asking why. There's a magic in our chemistry you can't deny. So take it and make it your own. I said take it and make it your own.
I love it. I also love all the imagery, all the vignettes. I mean, there was a lot of work that went into this, I think, right? It looks like,
There was a lot of work. Yeah.
oh
I
my
mean,
God. I mean, how
and
many days did it take for you to record this, do this thing?
there were lots and lots of shoot days. And
Yeah.
then, you know, some days you'd be shooting for, I don't know, a couple hours, and then you realized there was something wrong in the camera the whole time. And you're like, oh my
Oh,
God, I can't believe this. We got to do it again. So
oh no.
but luckily, it was so much fun. I say that out of all my things. I mean, I can be pretty serious and sensitive and all that, but I'm mostly a goof. Like in that video is generally who I
That's the
am.
real you. That's the real
Yes,
you. Oh,
yes.
okay. It was revealed tonight, folks. That's the real Christine. I love it. All right. So now this next one may be more about the real you. It's called The Tortured Artist.
No, that's
So
definitely.
yeah, tell us all about The Tortured Artist. I can relate a bit to that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know, I always kind of joked that I'm a tortured artist because I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into it. A lot of it is just there's so much I want to do, and I can't. I never feel like I have enough time for it, or
Yeah.
enough money, or like the realities of life are so frustrating.
Hmm.
So many people can relate to that, right?
Yeah,
But
sure.
yeah, and then also just the fact that I love so many genres, and I'm always told I kind of have to fit into a box, and I can't.
Hmm.
I can't do it. It's really really hard
Yeah.
to try to just stay in one lane.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, there's I guess there's so many things to it, and different people have their different things about it. But I looked it up, and I was surprised that most of it is understood as like the tortured artist, and they're you know, mentally unstable, and they're on drugs, and they're, you
Hmm.
know, all this, which can happen too.
Hmm.
You know, so it was just, yeah, me getting out my frustrations with there were so many demands going on in my life, and I can never, I just feel like I could never get my music to where I want it to be, and will
Hmm.
I ever get there? And like just a lot of frustration.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's vent some of that right now. I'm gonna bring this out. Uh, Hang on a second. I love the way it's, by the way, it starts out mysteriously, almost like, no, like a Halloween thing, rather. Like
Exactly. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
perfect for the timing on this program. So,
Yeah,
it,
Doug Hammer again did I have to say, an amazing job on this. It ended up coming out very, we say like kind of like the Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas kind of
yes, yes,
feel. Yeah, so
yeah.
definitely my most interesting, I guess, composition, I guess.
All right.
Venture inside, straight through my eyes. You might not like what you see. It's not easy being me, 'cause I'm a tortured artist. And just be honest, my relationships are strained 'cause I'm slightly insane. It's a blessing and a curse. Is there anything worse than a tortured artist? Tortured artist. Leave me behind in the corners of my mind. I don't know if I'll make it out, but nobody cares about a tortured artist. Tortured artist. I can't walk a straight line, and I ain't got no peace of mind. No, I don't fit in society, but that's just how things go with me. Tortured artist.
I love it. That's great. So I want to also include a bunch of things that, we probably can't play the whole thing too, like this next one called Cool in High School. And I
Yeah.
just think it's a very cool takeoff. It's, a little different. Let me let me first see if we can do that without the ad coming up. Uh,
Mm.
there we go. Oh, good. Okay, this is actually the ad didn't come up. Excellent. Okay, so tell us about this one. Cool in High School. Tell us about this.
Um, yeah, this one I don't remember the exactly who I was talking to or whatever. But maybe somebody, from my high school or something. But I
Hmm.
was thinking about how funny it was that I had had a crush on somebody for years,
Hmm.
like many, many, many years.
Hmm.
And I know for sure there's no way they ever knew. Then they'll never know. But I
They
just thought
may
that
know
was
now.
no, most people wouldn't even know. So, you know, um, I just thought it was really kind of funny, like, gee, all those years I really liked this person, but they never knew, like, and I just wonder, I think maybe a lot of people have that,
Yeah.
and that afterwards they're kind of like, you know what, like I really thought you were pretty cool in high school. Like it's, I don't know. It was just another
It,
fun
it's
song
wonderful.
to
I met a woman at a high school reunion and told her what a crush I had on her. She had no idea. And so,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, very cool.
yeah.
All right, let's play some of this then. This is great.
I thought you were really, really cool in high school. Shy as anybody could be, but so smooth. And oh, I wanted you, 'cause I thought you were really, really cool in high school. Hey, it's been a long time since I saw you, but still the memory of you blows my mind. What am I to do? I don't think you had a clue, but I thought you were really, really cool in high school. Do you remember me? 'Cause I remember you. Everything you wanted to be, and everything you wanted to do.
It's a lot of fun. I gotta ask you, do you know these people or are they all like stock video?
This is all stock video, and it was
Oh my
just
God.
perfect. I was like, because it's kind of 80s, there's a little
Yes.
flair of 80s to it. So I
Yep.
wasn't in high school in the 80s, but I was just like, this is awesome. The 80s were the best. So yeah, they were just the perfect. This guy right here, I used several times. He was just hilarious, and
Yeah.
so I built around that.
I
Yeah,
love it.
so much fun.
Now for something completely different, this is a Christmas thing.
hmm
Did you do a number of Christmas songs or is this a
I
specifically
haven't
unique?
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to. That's something people tell me all the time. You got to do a Christmas album. Um,
Yeah.
I will eventually.
Hmm.
I'd love to do, yeah, the classics, but I'd like to do more of my own songs too.
Yeah.
So,
I actually
yeah.
came up with a Christmas song idea that I've never done anything with, and to this day it just drives me nuts. I've never put it down on even on
Uh,
paper. I just have like a little idea and on a recording that I want to do. But this is the first snow.
It's the first snow of the season, and if ever there was a reason to be happy, it's the first snow. Decorations from the basement find their usual arrangement around the home on the first snow.
That's really nice. I got to ask you, is there a story behind this painting, this wonderful watercolor? Who did that?
no, it's just another thing I found, and I just fell in love
Very
with it.
very
Um,
nice. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and I love foxes so much. And again, I every song I write, I have a video in my head. So any song that you hear or see that does not have a video, there's one in my head. So there's a whole video in my head about this fox
I
going,
love it. Now, why do you
so
like foxes? What is it
uh,
about foxes?
they're just so beautiful. And
Yeah.
we actually had a family of foxes in our backyard a couple
Oh,
years ago, and they're just so adorable,
wow.
and they're just so beautiful. So
My my
I don't know,
wife
I've
actually
always been enthralled with them.
my wife actually raised a squirrel, and then later she
Oh,
got brave and raised a raccoon. And I got to tell you, that is a whole amazing
oh
world.
wow.
And the funniest thing is the raccoon, when we let it go, it really did well in the environment. On Mother's Day, it came back and brought
Oh,
Hillary its mate to show its mate
oh
that.
my gosh. Oh
How did
wow.
it know it was Mother's Day? I have no idea, but it was in the tree all day, hanging out, watching her, and it was just, oh my God, it was
Oh, I
amazing.
love that. That's so neat.
Yeah,
Wow.
very cool. Now this next one, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. This next is very different. This is Soulmate. This is just a
Mm.
beautiful piece, and also a beautiful video. I got to ask you, is the person you're dancing with, is that your husband, or is that just
No.
some actor guy?
He's in a hired. You know what? He's actually a really amazing hip hop dancer, and so this was
Really?
totally out of his usual thing to do. So he was really wonderful to do this with me. Super
Wow.
great guy, but he's amazing, like a wonderful dancer, but a really great guy too. So he
Wow.
just did perfect. Yeah.
Well, this is called Soulmate. I love that dress.
Yeah. It took me 4 hours to iron that the night before.
Oh my
So
God.
not kidding.
You stood by me through thick and thin. You took my hand and drew me in. And it's the sunshine in your soul that I believe in. I can feel your hands, they're holding me up. I see your smile, sent from up above. There've been times I lost my way, oh, could feel your love. And I know this isn't our first time. Yes, I know we've had other lifetimes. 'Cause your heart is so familiar and your eyes so known that I swear I was looking into my own.
I hate to cut it short, but there's some other wonderful things I want to make sure we show today. Um, I have to ask you too, I love the voicing in the background. Is that all Doug Hammer, or did you actually hire a chorus to do some of that? Because it sounds like they're actually singing words in this
Yeah,
one.
he actually had gotten this sample, he gets these amazing samples of
Yeah,
things, and he
yeah.
had just recently, like right when we were doing this song, gotten these choirs. So they're real people
Mm,
singing, and then they are just there's so many different kinds too. There's a like I think there's a boys choir in there, there's an adult choir, and then there's yeah, you can have them singing different vowels and
You know, I asked him to help me pick out a choir. He has something like 400 different choir sounds, and I said, do you have like divorced woman with one eye? I mean, he had every kind of. It was just incredible what he had, and it's
I know,
amazing.
it's like,
Yeah,
how do you narrow it down,
yeah,
It's I
yeah.
told him, I said, "If I had this, I'd be playing with this for, I don't
Yes,
know, months, just this
yes.
one part, you know?"
I said, just give me 10 to choose from. I can't go
Yes,
far for
right.
you. So this next one's very similar, and it's just about relationships, this is actually more maybe at a higher level about love. The captain of my ship. I think it's just a
Uh,
beautiful piece. So I do want to play some of this too because it's just gorgeous. So tell us the background on this one.
yeah, this one is, I think of it more of a as a universal love. I mean, it could be thought of as a relationship too, but,
Hmm.
I originally wrote a poem called "The Captain of My Ship," and that full poem is on my album, will be on the album as a
Oh,
spoken word track as well. And
hmm.
then I decided to take um, the poem and turn it into a song. So
Love
um,
that.
yeah, so it's "The Captain of My Ship."
How do you come up with a melodic line? Do you kind of just start to sing it, or is it in the back of your head, or you work on the piano or guitar, or how do you do that?
Yeah, that's mostly in my head. I mostly kind of, I mean, I just kind of sing all day. I make songs out of everything.
Do
So
you?
a lot
Like,
of things
I'm
just
cleaning
come.
the dishes.
Yeah, oh yeah, all kinds of things, and about my cat and just everything. There's always
I
a
love
song.
it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Well, let's listen to this. This is the captain of my ship.
Love is my savior, my warrior, my igniter, my destroyer. Fierce like a furrowed brow in the here and in the now. The what, the why, the how. She is the captain of my ship. She is the vice in my grip. The curve in my heel, the crack in my wheel, the able in my ability, the root of my fragility, the will in my willing such to be. She is the captain of my ship. She's still there when I look away. my life all in array. And when I think that I've lost it all, she's a warm people cuddle to catch my fall. And the answer to my every call. She's found and she's lost amidst the dew and the frost, but she is still the boss, and always free, free of cost.
I love these lyrics. So this is all you. That's
Mhm.
wonderful. That's
Thank you.
I like she put the able and ability. I love. Oh my God, that's great stuff. That's great stuff. So
Thank
now this next one is very interesting. I love the title of it, "The Best I Can."
you.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that one basically is about, I'll keep it general, in that we can always plan for how we want things or expect things to go,
Mm-hmm.
but things don't always go as planned.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
that's true.
then, and then, sometimes some people get hurt in the process,
Mm,
and your hope is that people just remember that you just did the best that you could. We're all
yeah,
just doing the best we can. So
right, right.
that's, yeah, basically that's,
Okay,
yeah.
the best I can.
I'm sorry, this isn't how I wanted things to be. I didn't know just how things would go. And now, all I want you to know is I hope you'll understand. I've done the best I can, the best I can. Life goes on and time, oh, it rolls on by. It's sometimes strange how time can rearrange all that you had planned and all you thought you knew. But I hope you'll understand. I've done the best I can, and I hope you will remember my love goes on forever, forever, forevermore.
I should play this for my wife every once in a while so I don't get in trouble. That's beautiful.
If it
Wow,
helps,
yeah, whatever works. Oh my God. Now, I know you wanted to fit in this one too. I'll be right here. So this is not a video, right? This is just a recording, but let's
Correct,
do
not
this.
yet, yet.
Yeah.
He's got this look, he's got these hands, they understand me. He's got these lips as they unfold. They can control me. And I will stand. I won't go anywhere. I'll be right here where I belong.
It's really romantic. I like it. Very nice. It's a little different, I think, than some of your other stuff. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting to the end. Thank you so much for this time. This has been quite a joy. Let's play a little bit of Something Great, which is not quite out yet. That's going to be released. When is that? November 1st?
November 1st. Yep.
Hmm.
This is the title track of the album.
Hmm.
It's one of my most favorite songs I've written so far.
That's wonderful. And I guess I'll start it maybe, let's see, I'll start it a little bit in. I love the beginning, but I think we said we started around here.
Sure. Yeah, it's a long
There we
song.
go. By the way, who did the artwork for this, for your album
I
cover?
did, my actual that's not the final one. The actual one is very similar. It's just not as bright. It's going to be a little bit
Wow, do
soft.
you do the artwork for your stuff in general? Because that's really nice.
Yeah, I do almost all of it.
Wow,
Yeah, except
very
I
nice.
did get Doug's wife to do the last song I released, Okay. She did a painting and what I asked her.
Oh yeah, she's very talented.
Very good.
Incredible. Emmanuel. Okay, here we go.
And I will stay and I will listen. Oh, I will stay and I will listen. I will pay attention. Oh, I will stay and I will listen.
I can't wait to hear the whole song. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited about your premiere of all this. It's going to be on what date again?
October 19th is a Saturday, 7
Hmm.
p.m. in
Hmm.
Arlington, Mass. I have the event is on Eventbrite for tickets. There are limited tickets, so gotta grab yours as soon as you can.
Okay. And it's listed as Something Great. If they look it up on Eventbrite, it's called Something Great.
Something great. Yeah, album release concert. You could
Yeah.
probably put my name in, Christine Elise. Yeah, Arlington, Mass.
I
Yeah.
encourage everyone to go back and just listen to all these in their entirety. The videos are just incredible. The music's incredible. The voice is incredible. The woman's incredible. Christine Elise, thank you so much for your time today. This is
Thank you.
awesome. I look
Thank you
forward
so much.
to hearing
Great.
everything that comes out. Seeing your actual final uh, announcement for the album. That'd be great. So keep doing what you're doing. It's wonderful. I'm glad that you said I'm doing it anyway. I don't care what people say.
Oh yeah,
It's
no matter what. Yeah, I can't
it's
stop.
worth it. Oh my God, can't stop you. That could be one of your titles. You can't stop me.
Great. Yeah,
All
exactly.
right. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
It's been so wonderful. Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thanks.